Arizona Democratic Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva has received maybe the most challenging welcome to Congress of any member in modern history, at least than I can remember. First, after Grijalva won her seat in a special election, House Speaker Mike Johnson refused to swear her in for nearly 2 months, 50 days. She didn't get sworn in until last month. And now today, while Grijalva and her staff are on their way to get lunch in her district in Arizona, they ran into what she says were around 40 masked immigration agents raiding a local restaurant. Congresswoman Grijalva says she presented herself as a member of Congress and asked the agents for more information about what they were doing. And the federal agents replied by pushing and pepper spraying her and her staff. You can see video on your screen right now. One even fired what appears to have been a pepper ball gun straight in the Congresswoman's direction. That's what happened today, and I want to hear more about this. I have lots of questions. Joining me now is Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva. First of all, it's great to see you. I'm happy to see that you're okay. How are you? How are your staff doing?
I think we're all okay. It was really scary, very jarring. I mean, it's one thing to hear about these things happening in communities. It's another thing to have it happen directly to you. I really did go, with the assumption that I'm just trying to understand what's happening. And so I went up, I introduced myself, I let them know who I was. One agent said, "I don't care who you are. You need to get out of the way." We were pushed, we were shot at. And it's really scary. It was very frightening and very jarring.
The Department of Homeland Security spokesperson, Tricia McLaughlin, released a statement denying your version of events. At first, she said that you were not pepper sprayed. We just showed the video of all of this. You were just in the vicinity of someone who was pepper sprayed. Then she said that the person who was pepper sprayed, was obstructing and assaulting law enforcement, and that 2 law enforcement officers were seriously injured by the, quote, mob you joined. I'm only listing all of this because I want to give you the opportunity to debunk all of this, and we've seen the video. But so let's go through each of these claims one at a time. What do you make of the Department of Homeland Security claiming that one of their officers did not pepper spray you today?
I'll let the video speak for itself. I was in a very small crowd. There were clearly individuals marked as members of the media, and the agent that hit closest at me, the person in front of me, was a member of the media with press credentials, cameras, everything in front of them. And so, I also identified myself as a member of Congress beforehand. I just don't, and we have video to prove it. So, I mean, in every angle, it wasn't just what was this is filmed all around us.
You have every right to be there, I should note also, which is just important to reiterate. You were in your district. You were simply asking questions about what was happening. The DHS spokesperson also described the protesters you joined today as a mob that was obstructing and assaulting law enforcement officers. Can you just help everybody watching understand how these protests formed and what they were actually like?
Literally, when I walked up to the area, because this is a restaurant I go to all the time. It's right across the street from a preschool, down the street from a church. I mean, it is a well-established mom and pop restaurant. And so community members were rightfully concerned about ICE being in their communities. People were literally walking out from their homes to find out what was happening. This was not a mob. And while there were some people that were not peaceful, the vast majority of us were, and we're just very concerned and wanted ICE to get out of our neighborhood. So while I don't know the full circumstances of this raid, we do know this, that this Trump administration has communities across the country being terrorized by a lawless agency that doesn't feel like they don't have to abide by any protections of this community. And I was so very grateful for the local law enforcement agencies that were protecting the community, and really protecting us from ICE.
In response, this is one more piece of this. Tricia McLaughlin also said, quote, presenting oneself as a member of Congress doesn't give you the right to obstruct law enforcement, which is certainly not what you were doing. Can you help us and perhaps her understand, as a member of Congress, what you were actually trying to use your powers to do today as you saw what was happening?
Oversight is my responsibility. Understanding what's happening in my community is clearly in the realm of the things I should be doing. So Oversight is not obstruction. I clearly was asking what was happening. And if you looked at the video, I'm the one that was initiating the de-escalation because ICE agents were not. They were getting more and more aggressive, pushing people around. One agent put their hands on me and tried to push me. And I said, do not put your hands on me. I am not being aggressive to you. I'm trying to understand where you're taking the people that are being arrested, because people started screaming in my ear, where are they taking them? And I asked the question. And then I said, if we move out of the way, will you leave? And they said yes. And then shortly thereafter, vehicles left. So my whole goal was really being peaceful. The vast majority of the people were peaceful there too. They just wanted ICE out of their neighborhood.
Congresswoman Grijalva, I sincerely hope that you can spend the next months and years just representing your community and doing what you were elected to do. I'm so deeply sorry this happened to you today, and I'm so grateful that you were able to be here and share your story with us.
Thank you for having me. And, as a sitting member of Congress of a border community, unfortunately, this is happening all too often in our community.